podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, cause it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday to you.
Looking forward to the weekend. We got some big stuff that's going to be going on. Jay Bird and I will be throwing out the first pitch at Roger Dean Stadium on Saturday.
Feel very good physically.
Yeah, about 12:30 is when that's going to be going down. So we'll see how we do that. I don't know if we'll have any tricks up our sleeve because we may be trickless, but
Don't say that.
We'll
Why?
see.
You've aged out of tricks.
I don't know. Yeah, well, we don't have the whole crew. Bird's got a hip down.
I'm
I don't
fine.
know. We'll
I'm
see.
good. Don't even seriously. Do not let the injury of anything at all be a factor.
Don't have too much fun without me because I'll be at Turtle Fest. And if you do something awesome and amazing,
Right.
and then I'll be sad and pissed that I missed it.
Okay.
It is lame if we go out there and just throw the ball regular style. Ooh. No, come on.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure.
Just don't
figure it
bust
out.
that other hip, all right?
I'll be fine. You're not gonna hear me talk about my hip. I'm not talking about my hip no more. I'm out of the hip game. I'm out of the hip business.
You've given up?
No, I don't want to talk about it no more.
All right.
The Lake Worth Street Painting Festival is going on this weekend as well. So there's a lot of good stuff to get to.
That is fun.
So we'll break it all down for you tomorrow so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff going on this weekend. Coming up on tomorrow's show. Boy, I guess you got a new outfit today, Virginia. You talked about the dress and why you wore it. You went a little bit more conservative today because you got a business type of function, I believe.
Well, there is a fashion show for Jupiter Magazine that I'm going to. It's with ladies that lunch.
Everyone's talking about it here at work.
Ladies that don't have a job, that just are independently wealthy and go to fashion shows at noon on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So that's where I will be today at noon.
It is interesting, these events. I've gone to many of them now, never used to, but they are fascinating to see. I've gone to the Old Bags Luncheon one year with the Mexican Queen.
Well,
and
that's
they
a
had that
real
yesterday.
fancy one.
Yeah, it was nice. I think when we went, it was at the Colony Hotel on Palm Beach, and it was very nice. I can't remember where they had yesterday's.
It might be at the Breakers now.
Might be. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head where it was.
That might be, of all the ladies that lunch,
Yeah.
that might be the fanciest and most coveted one.
Really? Okay.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah, it was interesting to see. I like going in those circles and just seeing how those people live.
You grabbing the stick?
What?
Are you going to be on the stick, the microphone?
Oh, no. I'm there as a guest. I am just merely observing and eating the hors d'oeuvres. I'm there for the fancy hors d'oeuvres.
Okay. Well, that's a good place to be then. Yesterday, Carlos seemed to enjoy the dress you had more than this one. I think that's the reason why. Your melons were popping yesterday, Virginia. He said, guys, this is the benefit of KVJ TV. Thank you, V, for the view. It really made my morning easier to deal with. And this is all I saw on the show today.
You can also thank the Victoria's Secret bra I was wearing yesterday because that thing brings them up high and tight.
Yeah.
I mean, you're okay with that? That guy's probably tossing off to that.
I'm fine with that. I actually thank you.
Okay.
She's the one. She never gets offended by that
No,
stuff.
I'd be like licking my eyebrows. Still got it, bitch.
That's right. Tug away, fellas.
Tug away.
Tug that
away.
pud. We need to get a crowd, Tug that pud.
You got to be careful when you say it to a crowd because somebody might start tugging their pud.
Yeah, we might be able to figure out a game that we could play.
Who comes
Maybe
first?
A new thing.
You know how you have that Name That Nut song, and it's just the people yelling, Name That Nut. We could do a theme song, Tug That Pud.
Whoever, first wins the game.
It's quite a competition.
It really
God,
is.
what a gross competition that would be.
Yeah, you don't want. That's when you don't want front row tickets.
You don't want to be in the splash zone like at the Shamu.
In the history of radio, has anyone ever done that? you think in the history of radio where
Done that bit?
they held a contest where a bunch of dudes stood in a room and the first person to come, they won tickets.
I don't even think Stern has done that. If there was anybody that would have done it, it probably would have been him. And I don't even think he did that.
Okay.
Look at you. You're an innovator. The most crazy thing I ever did was one time on one of our crazy party boats, I did a testicle beauty pageant. We had like 7 guys.
I think I remember that.
They kept their junk tucked.
I don't
They
think I was
only
there.
took their balls out of their bathing suits. And then all these girls judged it.
That sounds like such a Virginia thing going rogue, and you were nowhere near this, Kevin.
I don't think you were there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I remember hearing about it.
It was a testicle beauty pageant. And I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really been done much either.
It wasn't sanctioned.
I don't think that would fly today.
No, I don't think it would either.
I think you'd get busted.
That was Virginia in her 20s.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you're now what? Really mature? Is that what's going on? You've grown up?
So mature.
I feel like you did that again when I was on the show, though.
Really?
I think you did a testicle beauty pageant before. You're kind of a hack of yourself. You're a sack hack.
Sack hack.
Yeah.
I should trademark that.
Yep. I just saw that the driver of the Delray Beach fire truck that got drilled by the Bright Line was offered, or not offered, he was issued, I should say, because, hey, congratulations, you got a citation. Yeah, he's being charged with it. Failure to use due care.
And you get it. You know, he was rushing to an emergency and he thought the train had already passed because one train did. He didn't realize that the arms were still down because another train was coming.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, in the moment, I'm sure those guys are under a lot of pressure trying to get to the emergency.
Yep.
You know, trying to save somebody's life.
The crash injured 15 people, including 12 train passengers and 3 firefighters.
Oh, that sucks.
The crash also resulted in $500,000 in damage.
That's it?
Yeah, I thought it was more because I thought it was $1 million train and it pretty much was total. But yeah, it says right here $500,000. So I wonder if that bill will be handed off to the Delray Beach Fire Department.
I think it will be.
So how does that work? Then the fire department has to pay it off?
The city.
The people.
I think the city has to pay it off, right?
The taxpayers?
I would assume.
Yeah, I think so.
I would assume.
Or do they have insurance for that?
Please never say insurance like that ever again.
Yeah, I hopefully we'll do a follow-up on how that breaks down financially because I don't have the answers, but I would like to know.
Yeah, who has to actually pay?
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And you just feel bad for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Including the people who have to pay who weren't involved.
Yeah.
Everybody, across the board.
Yeah, if your taxes go up, it sucks for you too.
It's a shitty situation across the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. Got some comments. We had heard a possible hack for reheating pizza that I'd never heard before. Have you ever heard somebody saying you need to dunk it in water before you reheat it?
We have never heard that, but we're open to it.
I have heard doing water stuff for other things you put in the microwave, like rice. I've heard
Sprinkling.
Right.
I've heard of a sprinkling, like you give it the little pope with the holy water blessing.
Yeah, this sounds like it's entirely different, right?
A dunk.
So I would take my slice of cold pizza, dunk that bitch in a glass of water, and then put that baby in the microwave for what? I'm going to go 27 seconds.
They said the air fryer too. I think the air fryer is going to give you better results.
My air fryer's not working. I'm going to go micro. You do air.
Okay.
And we'll see how this thing goes.
Love it.
Okay, so you each got one, and you'll let us know. Does it actually enhance it? Is it better that way?
And I'll put Rocco on it too. I'll have him help me with the taste test because he is my in-house pizza expert.
Let me ask you this. How long should I keep it in the microwave? I'm going to dip that baby. I'm going to get it real wet.
You may have to try it a couple times. Do it for 12 seconds, then do it for 20 and see. Is there any number that it actually tastes like it did when it was fresh out the oven?
Boy, that's a lot of takes and a lot of tries. It's going to be a real shitty video.
Like you have anything else to do.
Like I haven't made enough shitty videos.
Well, you know what I think actually would be kind of cool is there are so many different ways that people are saying is the best to reheat pizza, whether it's dunking it, whether it's air fryer, a microwave, where it's putting back in the oven. Luis, he sent an email. He said, I found heating a slice or two in a dry frying pan works the best. Comes out crispy, not soggy. So it might be interesting to try all the methods with the same pizza. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you know what it is. So you got when a scientific experiment, you got to have everything standard, and you would try the different methods, and then you'd have somebody doing taste tests who doesn't know, so they're not biased. It'd be like, okay, which of these 3 or 4 slices, however many different ways there is to do it, is the best?
See, to me, I think the pan is the best way. If you go in the microwave, it's always too floppy. If you go in the oven, sometimes it becomes too hard. I feel like you got to preheat that oven, put that pizza in there for, 2.5 minutes at the most, and you got to watch it like a hawk. If not, you're going to get hard crust, and that is very, very disheartening.
Okay.
What?
You just preaching. You preach, baby. This is the one thing he can speak on with authority.
He's on his pulpit of pizza.
Yeah, he is.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You're right. I was getting a little preachy. I apologize.
Father Sauce.
Father!
Bird's already got another thing that he's doing in the kitchen. He's trying to master apple soup.
Yes.
And Jess in Port St. Lucie has a question. She said, I got to ask, wouldn't Bird's apple soup just be warm cider?
No.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon, and spices, and maybe caramel? That's cider without alcohol.
No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be thicker. It's going to have more of a...
He wants a thick bitch.
It's going to be girthy. Yeah, I see what Jessica from Port St. Lucie is saying, but she doesn't see the whole vision yet.
It's going to have chunks in it.
It's going to have chunks.
It's going to have a pie crust.
It's going to have a pie crust.
Okay.
Apple soup.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants it. The soup nobody asked for.
Soup that no one ever requests.
I'm going to bring some apple soup, and I'm still in the creative phase of it, so give me a little bit of time, but I am doing the work. Panchita, we love Panchita. She sent me a little recipe.
Oh, apple soup is a thing?
Yeah, and you want to make it thick.
Okay.
Thick French onion soup, but apple style.
Wow, look at
Okay.
you.
The numbers are back for the White Lotus Season 3 premiere. It's good.
Yeah?
2.4 million viewers on HBO and digital platforms. That's up 57% from Season 2 and 155% from the series premiere. Between Sunday and Monday, the episode had 4.6 million viewers in the U.S., so they're very happy with that.
Nice.
So I don't know if that means it's good or people liked the first 2 seasons so much they anticipated the third. I have not heard the first comment yet from anybody on whether or not it's good. So I don't know. I hope it is. Now, Cesar in Green Acres wants to know Jaybird's thoughts on how Cobra Kai ended.
You know what? Cobra Kai I lost steam with Cobra Kai, and I have not seen the last season yet.
Oh, okay.
It got too teenage for me.
Okay.
They hooked me because I love the stuff from Karate Kid, but they started to implement all the young bullshit storylines, which I get. I see what they're trying to do. Just was not for the bird. But I'll finish it. Kind of started getting a little ridiculous, too.
Was it?
Like,
yeah.
pretty ridiculous.
Like I said, a lot of shows need to have those notes that come with it to let you know which episodes you actually need to watch and how you can skip through it to get the best viewing experience.
I'm not a big fan of prison breakouts that are so over the top and not believable. And that was the only knock I had with The Penguin. There was one scene where a guy breaks out of prison and they don't really explain it that great. And you go, well, how the fuck would he have gotten out of prison?
He's in prison. Next thing you know, he's running outside of the prison. You're like, how did he get there?
He's not even outside of prison. He was in another house going, he had been stabbed or shot or whatever, and this guy broke out, and it doesn't really explain it. Now he's in this house calling the Penguin, I got out, you motherfucker.
That's lazy writing to me.
That's what
That
it
is
felt like. And that was
lazy.
the only part of the Penguin I did not like.
How did he get out?
Right.
They sort of explained it, and it wasn't the Penguin that escaped. It was some other dude. But I had to rewind it 3 different times, and it
Yeah, you kind of need to cover that part of the story. Like, I would want to know. Lissa's got a few things she's giving a thumbs up to. Paradise on Hulu, Severance Season 2 on Apple, and Slow Horses on Netflix. Yeah, I'd heard somebody was talking about Severance Season 2. I'm excited to see that, and I'm kind of not jumping on it yet because it looks like they're dropping 1 episode at a time, and I'd rather let's let it build. I think it was up to 4 or 5 last time I checked. But what somebody was saying about it today, Season 1 is such a slow burn. You just kind of go through it, and then Season 2, it's like, okay, now the show's here. I don't love that. It shouldn't be that way. To me, a show should grab you and run with it. But that's just how they've done it. So if you've stayed this long, then hang on. But yeah, I don't know that because it is such a slow burn, I would recommend Severance. But I'm hoping Season 2 is good. Maybe I'll change my tune.
Because they say that about series. The entire series is a slow burn, but it's very critically acclaimed. Is it just, if the whole season's a slow burn, doesn't that just mean it sucks?
I don't want to watch a slow burn the whole time. It better pick the hell up.
I mean, a slow burn I get for a technique.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. I was watching that Netflix show, The Diplomat. And it was just going on too slow. And you know what's interesting is when you kind of compare it to a like show, because I was going between that and Lioness, which it's about CIA, government stuff, all that, and Lioness kicks its ass.
Wow.
You are
not
into this
even close.
Lioness, I'm noticing.
Well, you know, it's this Tyler Sheridan. The guy, I don't know how he's doing it, but he is the Shonda Rhimes of Dude TV. And Shonda Rhimes, by the way, has got a new show that's dropping that looks like it's going to be pretty good. I think the trailer just came out on that. It's kind of, it has to do with, I think, the White House and a mystery, and somebody's murdered, and there's 132 suspects, and, you know.
Someone finds cocaine on the floor.
That's real.
Yeah.
That really happened. That's right.
Yeah. That's why it would be believable. So, yeah, so it's solid. It's a lot better than The Diplomat. And, an email here says, Wild Wild Country on Netflix is a great documentary. They poisoned the nearby town just to take over the area.
Oh.
Wow.
Denny's, you said that you've seen this documentary because I have not heard of it. You heard of Wild Wild Country on Netflix? Do you know
I have
anything about the
not.
story?
No.
I do not. So we need Denny's here to fill in the blanks. It's a mystery to me.
Oh, it's a pretty good documentary.
What is it about? And what is this town?
I think it's 1981 in Oregon, Wasco County.
Mm-hmm.
A group moves in with a guru from India. It's Rajneesh. They named the town Rajneeshpuram, and it becomes a sovereign nation in Oregon where they are separate from American laws and they have their own community. And then stuff in the community starts leaking out and the government gets involved. It ends up, the poisoning is the local residents of Oregon were trying to drive them out because they didn't like the community that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rajneeshpuram, they didn't have enough citizens to vote against the city of kicking them out. So they brought in a ton of homeless people and just moved them in so they'd had bigger numbers, and it caused so much chaos. So they were afraid they were going to lose the election, so they decided to poison the water of all of the citizens. That way they would just die and not be able to vote against them. And they got caught doing this, and then the FBI raided the place.
What?
Yes, it's pretty good.
How is this not a massive story that everybody knows?
I didn't even ruin anything. There's so many other details that are in this story that are pretty over the top.
And how does that work, too? Because I see that on YouTube a lot where someone will get pulled over and they'll not give a license and say, I'm part of a sovereign nation. Sovereign nation.
So they claimed sovereign nation. They had enough people. So I think it started off as a good thing. They were following this guru. It was Osho. He's a famous Indian guru, I guess, and he speaks of peace. It was a community where people were just free-loving. They do yoga. The citizens would all contribute and build their own houses, and they'd had farms and stuff, and everything was cool. And then I think, the power struggle with cult leaders and stuff like that.
Sure.
Start banging a bunch of the people in the groups. Yeah, I mean, it does happen.
Bird loves a cult boning.
What's weird is it was Osho was the main guy, and then he had a team of it was a woman and a guy, and those two are the ones running pretty much everything. And I think the woman is the one who came up with the plan to poison everyone.
Wow.
So how does that work? Is there anywhere in the U.S. that will totally allow you to say sovereign nation? Because I see people do that on the videos, and the cops go, doesn't fucking matter. You're going in cuffs today.
I think this
it's not going to fly.
This might have been one of the last cases where this was.
You can't carve out a sovereign. I mean, no, you can't. No place in the U.S. can you do that. I mean, Key West has their Conch Republic, which we're seceding from. It's a jokey, spoofy kind of thing, but they're not their own.
Yeah.
These people will be pulled over and they will not have a license, and they go, "I don't need a driver's license because I don't go by your laws. I'm part of sovereign nation." So there's nowhere in the U.S. that's allowed.
I can't imagine. I've never heard of anything like that. I don't know how that would check out with how we run this country.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think we could do it now. After this case, I have not heard of this happening again.
No, you're not allowed
the closest,
to
I guess,
buy
would be,
land and declare yourself a sovereign nation.
They did it for a long time, and I think it was a thing that would happen through the 70s as well. I think
it's happened enough to where people are still using it, and they'll go into court and they'll straight up talk to the judge. I'm part of a sovereign nation. I am the man of land. Or
we watched
some
the
kind of
video.
shit like that.
The guy, the man of the woods or whatever, came out, was in court being tried, and he claimed that he doesn't use anything from American society. He's a man of the land. And I think they let him go.
They let the motherfucker walk out of court.
I think they did.
I think they finally got frustrated because he just kept on saying, "I'm natural man of law," or some crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get him out of there. They're threatening him, and then he ended up just leaving the courtroom. So I don't know, Kev.
I don't know either. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome. So Jen and I went through a phase where we watched a bunch of these documentaries about cult leaders. We watched one about there's a Mormon cult that happened that was pretty salacious. But there was also one that was a company. It was a company that I don't even know necessarily what they did. It was kind of like timeshare-ish. And in that company, the main guy was a cult leader. And he would recruit certain people through the company, be like, "Hey, we're doing a big work seminar. Why don't you come out? It seems like you're going to be an employee that excels." And they get there, and it would be awkward and creepy, and it'd be like at his house. He's got no shirt on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's been some new agey kind of companies like that have been goofy that had almost a cult-like feel with their employees.
I'll find the names of them, but that one is very salacious. In fact, one of the girls, it was a TV show. Maybe it was that Superman TV show where he was a kid. Smallville.
Okay.
She was an actress on a show of that caliber.
Oh, yeah, Allison.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
From Smallville.
And she...
Nexus or Nexium or something.
Nexium. That documentary is awesome.
They were branding people.
That's what they were doing. That's how they ended up getting in trouble. Her and the cult leader guy created their own brand, and they were branding people. That's how they were initiating them into the sex cult.
You would love it. They love to get their F on.
I mean, I'm not trying to fuck a cult.
That's your favorite thing about cults.
No, I never said that. My point was, when you talk cult stuff, you're going to start talking weird sex stuff. For the majority, yes, I'm sure there's a cult where there's no poking going on with anybody, no banging.
I've noticed from the documentaries I've seen that it does circle back to sex in some way.
If it's a good one.
Yeah, if it's a real cult, somebody's.
If they're not boning, not my cult.
I'm not over here getting hard about cults.
Oh, he is half hard right now.
I said, okay, half hard's different than full hard.
But yeah, if you just want to be constantly shocked, watch Wild Wild Country and then watch Nexium.
Okay.
All right.
That one is awesome.
I'm in Denny's.
And Rachel said, thank you, Kevin and Birdman, for suggesting Alligator. It was really good. Jaybird is right. The acting is not half bad at all.
Wow.
For a shitty movie called Alligator, I was quite impressed with it. It's on YouTube right now for free.
Okay.
The Price is Right.
The Price is Right.
Yeah.
I was shocked,
pay
though.
for.
The acting was very good for a shitty movie, yeah.
Does the alligator, have a lot of, you see him a lot?
You can't, there's times where, and you could tell it's a fake gator, but they do a good job. I thought they did a good job with a very
It's a fader?
It's a fader. I think that they have some real stuff in there mixed with some bullshit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I think recently they had done a movie where it was during a hurricane, and I think the house floods and an alligator gets in the house.
I've seen that.
Was that good?
No.
It looked terrible.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
They had a lot of those type of movies back when we were kids. They had Frogs, the movie. Okay. They had Fog, where it was Killer Fog.
Uh-huh.
I think we're living that.
Yeah, right.
Rats, I think they had a rat movie.
Anything that people find scary. She did say that Alligator 2, the mutation, not nearly as good as part 1.
A lot of times the sequel's not as good, Kev.
She said, but it's worth the watch. Okay.
I will watch Alligator 2. The fact that they watch Alligator 2 after is amazing.
Yeah.
Bonding.
Not as good.
There's something about that kind of, I don't know, movie style that is it's fun to watch. 'Cause it is kind of cheesy and not very good.
And you want to laugh at how fake the gator is.
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah. And Yasix had said the other movie that Kevin was talking about with the alligator in the house during the hurricane, that's Crawl, C-R-A-W-L.
I don't think I finished it either.
It doesn't even look like the kind of movie you want to start.
You wouldn't like that movie.
No, I know. I never even thought about it. I saw the preview. I'm like, there's no way that's good.
And there's so many movies like that where
Yeah,
a storm's
right.
coming in and some beast is trying to eat you.
JC said it's all right. Okay. Well, if you're not scared of alligators, you probably would be of the Purusaurus.
Purusaurus?
I would assume that's how you say it. It's P-U-R-U, Purusaurus. It was one of the largest crocodiles ever, and you can see kind of a cast of it. The head alone is the size of a full-grown man.
Whoa.
And if you see that diagram at the top that I'm holding up here on KVJ TV on YouTube, a man wouldn't even come up, a full-grown man, his height, still you'd need a man and a half to get to the top back of this prehistoric crocodile. And a man, it would be able to eat a man in one gulp. In fact, probably two men in one gulp, if that is real to scale.
Would do anything to go back and just see these animals, see how big they were.
I don't know. That one looks like it would just swallow you whole.
Yeah, but you can't eat something you can't catch.
He would catch you so quick with your bum hip. You would trip, and he would eat you, and it'd be over.
My hip feels pretty good.
Wait till you get that hip, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, hip replacement, he ain't catching.
No, you're right. Well, he's probably still catching. but then, you know, the joke's on him because he'd have to spit the metal back out.
Ha-ha, gotcha.
Yeah.
It'll cut his mouth or
Right,
something.
take that,
Take that lip scab.
Purusaurus. Heidi sent an email here talking about basically when it comes to your kids, the headline is they should only really drink water and milk. That was it. Because they were saying keep them away from the sugary drinks, keep them away from the stuff that has the chemicals like the aspartame. And she said, Heidi did, a lot of things have aspartame as far as drinks in the U.S. You don't want your kids to have too many sugary drinks, need to drink a lot of water, but the FDA lets aspartame be put into a lot of things like your diet sodas. That's my problem is I'm drinking too much of the zero sodas.
Do you still stand by Dr. Pepper being one of the best diet sodas out there?
Absolutely.
It really is. I had one
Very
yesterday.
good. Yeah, I know.
Because my dad loves them, and I got to tell you, it's not a shitty soda for a diet.
They're good, and I do a lot of the Sprite Zeros.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just know it's got the, I'm freaking adding, I'm upping my chance of cancer every time I have one.
If that's the worst you are doing, my man, you are doing pretty damn good.
Okay, thank you.
Is
I
he?
always feel better about my diet after talking to you.
Yeah. Look at him, though. He's falling the fuck apart.
Whatever, man. I'm in my prime. This week, I feel so good.
I really do. When I feel really bad about myself, I'm like, oh, Bert, let's talk about your diet.
I feel good. I'm ready to go.
I feel like I'm nailing it.
I'm ready for the first pitch on Saturday. I feel fucking amazing.
Heidi said a lot of adults actually consume aspartame, which is in formaldehyde.
Oh, no.
And that's what they use to embalm dead people.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah, that might be something. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when RFK Jr. gets through with his term here, because he is going all in on all those chemicals and all the crap in the food, and it will be interesting to see in 4 years where we wind up.
He's got my attention because getting rid of all these chemicals and all this crap, there's got to be a reason that there's so much more cancer, that there's so much more disease, that there's just so much more food sensitivities in young people, that we never saw these levels of all of that crap like we're seeing now. There's got to be a correlation. Please, with this fucker, show the correlation and outlaw all this crap.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when he breaks it down. His thing is he's trying to go into some of these taboo conversations that they would never have, and he's pointing fingers at Big Pharma and all this kind of stuff.
Yes. Big Pharma, point the fingers also at big food production companies. You know, when R.J. Reynolds and all them they sold to the tobacco people.
Yeah.
The tobacco people realized they weren't going to be able to kill you anymore with tobacco, so they bought food manufacturing, and now they want to kill you that way.
Yeah, he's going to try to take out these billion-dollar industries.
Good luck to him. I hope he's able to get our ingredients back to what they were in the 70s, in the 60s, in the 80s, when you didn't have all this processed chemical crap in our food that we can't even frickin' pronounce.
I tell you, if we went back to how we ate in the 70s, everyone would have to eat meatloaf at least twice a week.
I'd rather eat meatloaf
Yeah.
than eat some of this crap with you can't pronounce anything.
So you're saying we're not going to get rid of Hot Pockets. We're going to make Hot Pockets healthier.
We're going to
Or with
make
better
Hot
ingredients.
Pockets use whole, real ingredients.
I would love to go back in time and try the products that are still around today, like your Hot Pockets, and eat them compared to, give me a 1992 Hot Pocket compared to a, 2025 Hot Pocket. I see such a difference.
There's a whole TikTok series on looking at the ingredients. Okay, here's the ingredients of what it was. Peanut butter back in the 80s versus what now peanut butter is in the 2025s.
I'm convinced our candy bars have changed.
Oh, they definitely
our Snickers,
have.
our cups, all those kind of things. They don't hit me like they used to.
And they won't, because the ingredients are cheaper and they're chemically and they're saving the company that manufactures that candy bar money.
Yeah. What RFK is talking about doing could cost some big companies, very big companies, a lot of money. And it'll be interesting to see if he survives 4 years.
Yeah, they'll assassinate him.
Yeah.
Before they'll let him change their money.
Love to kill Kennedy in this country.
They do have a tendency to drop.
Yeah. He better have good security, because if he really is doing things, I'm telling you, Big Pharma scares the shit out of me.
Thank you.
I wouldn't want to take him on. You talk about upsetting that money.
You think they've got some hired guns?
Snipers.
Pun intended.
In all the movies they do. And movies is real life, right? I mean, whenever you talk about that, there's always, they have hitmen and all that kind of stuff, because you mess with our money and billions of dollars. Yeah, somebody going to die.
People have killed for way less than billions.
It's true. It's true. We'll see what happens. Good luck. Best luck to him, man.
We're pulling for you.
Yeah, we are.
We hope you don't drop like the other Kennedys.
I'm not going to stand by you in public.
I'm going to cheer from over here.
Yeah, I'm going to be far away. Hey, you go. All right. Trisha is bringing up another soda here. Any chance this is any good? Slice. And she said, look at this. Yes, it's back and it's rebranded. It says Orange Slice Healthy Soda, Prebiotics and Probiotics.
Now, I was a Slice slut back in the day. My whole family was. My family loved Slice. They had the orange, and they had like a lemony one.
Yeah. I see this stuff, though. I have been lied to so much when it comes to foods that I've eaten. I'm one of them people. I always try to jump on what I think is the healthy stuff. I can't tell you how many times. I go all the way back to the Olestra days, when I ate potato chips and shit my pants.
They tricked us. They were like, oh, these chips have so much better ingredients for you, and they are healthy chips.
You remember that it had, if I remember, it had some kind of chemical compound. It
Yes.
was the molecules in it, and it didn't sit in your digestive tract right. And when
And
you
it
ate too
flew
many,
out of your ass.
I think I literally shit my pants on those chips. I ate a whole bunch of them, like going, okay. And then my stomach's like, oh, God. Like, it just felt violently ill. And,
Oh, Lestra. Oh, no.
oh, no.
You're
Yeah.
going to shit your pants.
Yeah, so I don't know. When I see these like healthy soda, I don't know. They're trying to sell these. There's another brand that they're trying to label as a healthy soda. I don't know. I guess I just don't trust any of it.
You can't, because anytime you look into this shit, you
Right.
realize how unhealthy it really is. And at that point, you just drink a fucking soda.
Well, and this is the kind of stuff where I really don't feel, and we might go back into the RFK conversation. I still feel like they lie to us too much. Because you put healthy soda on that, you're going to get me. I'm going to buy it.
You're not going to get me. Where's the unhealthy soda at?
Right, exactly, yeah.
There's one out there called Poppy.
Right.
That's supposed to be like the healthy.
Yep.
I see it all over TikTok, and it's got probiotics and prebiotics and antibiotics.
How does it taste, though?
Good question. I've never had it.
You know, sometimes when you'll eat something or drink something, it tastes healthy-ish. Like fake healthy, like they're trying to make you think it's healthy by the taste of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like fake health with a fake health taste.
Well, they're selling it as like, oh, this is a miracle drink and it's healthy. But I mean, come on. Is it?
There's only one miracle drink.
Who's saying that? The people that are selling it to you.
Yeah, that's true. I got a question here about health from Karen. She said, Kevin, you mentioned the other day that you found out you're anemic. I was wondering if you know what the underlying cause of your anemia is. I've been anemic for years, but that's normal for women since we lose blood monthly. Sorry, TMI.
Do you get your period monthly, Kevin?
That's maybe what it is. And she said, but I don't think it's normal in men. In men, I think there's usually an underlying health concern. So I'm going to make sure you were following up with your doctor. Yeah. I don't know. I do need to go in and see the doctor, and I will sometime soon. But I've been told this before.
You got bitch blood?
I've been told that I'm anemic. So, and I always thought,
It's that's the actual doctor term. Bitch blood.
Yeah. They say that this is the iron deficiency is the most common cause of anemia in men. I eat my red meat, and I eat a good bit a week to try to do that.
My iron's a little low as well, I found out.
Yeah, so, I mean, I am trying to supplement it. So I have been aware of it. I'm trying to get that in my body. I don't know if it means I need to eat more red meat, but...
I need some iron, too. So can we maybe, I don't know, have some iron meals?
Okay. We to whip you up something irony?
Yeah, me and Kev are struggling with the iron over here.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll look into it. So, yeah, you could have anything from kidney diseases to cancers to rheumatoid arthritis. So, yeah, I'll mention it to my doctor and be like, all right.
Eat more spinach.
Okay.
Eat more lentils. You love lentils.
I'm about to get mental with the lentil real soon.
Eggs, it says. And then also, like Kevin said, meat, poultry, and fish.
Yeah, and I eat a good bit of that. So.
Man, I wish I liked fish. What can I do? What's my... And please don't say fish pills or fish oils. Bullshit. What's something else I could eat instead of fish?
Nuts.
Ooh, I love nuts, Kevin.
Yeah, all the things that you eat to get, that's all I eat, and I'm still anemic.
Nuts and fish and all that?
Nuts, fish, red meats, yeah. That's pretty much my entire
Your blood
diet.
just wants to be a bitch.
Yeah.
She's fighting you.
She's not going to get off the whole bitch blood. And I kind of
do.
like it. It's
I feel like it is, yeah. Well,
Hashtag bitch blood.
If you would have seen me when I almost passed out when I tried to donate blood, I went, and then everyone came rushing in. And,
that guy's a bitch.
It was a to-do, and like the whole place is looking at me, and they hit me with water.
Ice chips, stop.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just like, oh, no, this is terrible. It was such a bad experience. I'm like, this is the last thing I want.
That is embarrassing.
Oh, and they're holding me up and like, oh gosh, and they're walking me out. I'm all frail. God, it's so mortifying.
That is, because a lot of times when something's going down in a room like that, there's three to
there was
seven.
a crowd.
There's a crowd now.
People were watching. I was on the ground. They're lifting. Oh gosh. Oh.
You dropped your purse when you fell.
It was so demasculating. The whole thing was just terrible. Lynn talking about the $30K that Delta is going to be offering to the people on their plane that flipped upside down in Toronto.
Never take the first offer, people.
Yeah, she said whatever money they would get from that plane crash, the $30,000 is not taxable income. They would get the $30,000 outright. Any type of settlement is not taxable income.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
See, I think we all think in this room everything's based like the lottery. They're always trying to take, 40% of your cash.
We're tax jaded.
Yes.
Yeah, because even yesterday, Angela from Crime Stoppers let us know that when you get the $10K for giving them a tip that you get and keep the 10K.
Wow. So Crime Stoppers, you call in the information, the person gets apprehended and prosecuted, and you get 10 grand tax free.
See, now that's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's
Hooray
amazing.
for Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, she said Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County, like all Crime Stoppers programs across Florida, is a nonprofit organization. Crime Stoppers is the only legally protected anonymous tip service under Florida law. Police departments are not required to accept tips anonymously, and all rewards are paid in cash, ensuring complete anonymity. No taxes are deducted.
That's beautiful.
That is totally awesome.
Because if you are going to rat, you need no paper trail.
Yeah.
Crime Stoppers been around forever here in Palm Beach County. I remember being a little kid and them running commercials, and they kind of scared the shit out of me because they'd run them, past midnight. You're watching Three's Company or something, and all of a sudden, this man's wanted. He has an axe. He's probably in your backyard.
If you're 7 and you're up past midnight, we got a problem.
Oh, then we had many problems then.
She said, our mission is to create a safer community by empowering citizens to report crime anonymously and work alongside law enforcement.
I love it.
We provide a trusted, confidential platform where residents can share critical information to help solve crimes, apprehend suspects, and prevent future criminal activity.
That might be one of the best ways ever to get money or have money thrown at you. You put away, let's say you put away a murderer with one of your tips, and then you get paid for it.
That's amazing.
Oh, drinks are on the house.
Yeah. There you go.
You want to be anonymous, though, so don't be too flashy.
Oh, they're so flashy.
No,
Guys,
no.
I brought down this murderer. You won't
That's how the
believe it.
murderer's brother realizes it's you.
I'll so not be anonymous about any of this shit.
Flashy flash over here.
Oh, the first chance I get a microphone, you guys won't believe this shit.
I turned in the murderer. And the murderer brother is like, really?
Oh, if I break a murder case and I turn in a murderer, you bet your Tequesta ass I'm going to be talking about it. There's one cold case I would love to solve. It's here local, and it's a dream of mine to solve it.
I know. You've talked about it a lot. We still haven't got anywhere.
I know.
I want you to solve it, too.
Or do you want to keep talking about it, Virginia?
Look, I've talked about it before. No one seems to have any information on it.
Somebody knows something.
Well, we thought we might have Hulk Hogan popping by today. They postponed that because I think they ran him rugged yesterday. He had 4 appearances in South Florida. He's promoting his Real American beer.
Oh, I want to try it.
Yeah, you can today if you go out. Many places are going to have it. It's becoming one of the fastest selling beers in America, apparently. Starting at noon, he's going to be at Home Run Liquors and Delivery on Canner Highway in Stewart. Then at 2:30, he's going to be at Jupiter Farms Liquor on West Indiantown Road. From 5 to 6, he's going to be at Twin Peaks on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard in West Palm.
Well, that's your little spot.
Yeah, I'm hoping, depending upon what happens with my day, I'd like to pop in there and see him. So if you go check him out today, maybe
Please.
I'll see you there.
Go in there and dress like The Rock. Or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, you want me to do that? Okay. Yeah.
Immediately challenge him to some sort of wrestling move off.
I know we're not going to be talking to him, but we can interview one Hulk Hogan if you want. He is available.
He's never booked. No one's booking that cat anywhere.
No, you're
His
right.
schedule wide open.
Wide open. He's bookless.
He really wants to talk to Ralston.
He ain't seen no bookings in the past 10 years.
Nope.
This is the only show.
He gets booked, but it's for, prison, jail.
And then at 7 p.m., Hulk Hogan is going to be at Tiki 52 on Southeast Federal Highway in Tequesta.
It's a fun spot, that Tiki 52.
That's still a big day, man.
It is, yeah. He's doing another 4 today. So they ran him rugged yesterday. They're going to do it again today. So there's your chances to see Hulk Hogan. And I believe he's also going to be joining us at our Rib Roundup, which that is going to be next Saturday.
Next weekend.
I wonder what he's doing out there. Is he going to be a judge or just kind of shaking the hands?
I think it's about the beer.
Okay.
I think the beer is, the beer goes great with ribs.
Yeah.
Unless you got bitch blood.
Which I do. Yeah.
I got bitch blood too, Kevin. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, me and my bitch blood are going to be at Rib Roundup next Saturday.
Are you going to be there for sure?
I am. I'm going to be one of the rib tasters. And,
The judge.
I'm going to be one of the judges.
Ooh,
yeah, for
that's
that.
power.
Do that every year. Yeah, well, I get a free meal. So, to me,
He's like, yeah, I'll do it.
yeah, I'll do it. I love ribs, and it's great. I'm anemic.
I need more meat.
This works out perfect for me. Yeah, and then I love their headliner, Bailey Zimmerman. He's very good, so he's a good headliner. So that's going to be great next Saturday at I Think Financial. So we are in the sweet spot of all the good, fun stuff that happens in South Florida. So we'll break it all down for you tomorrow. If you're looking to get out this weekend, enjoy the great weather and have some fun. So make sure you're here for the Friday KVJ show. We'll see you back here then. Goodbye.